Alright, party people and party sheeple. Why do I say that? That's because in songs, like hip hop type songs, or they would say party people in their raps or whatever. It's been in pop culture for the longest time. So, party people, right? Those who are awake. Party sheeple. Those who are asleep. At any rate. What Matt from 33 Secrets touched on a hot topic right here, as always. But this one, listen. Throughout the years, I've had guy talk. In other words, talk to guys, friends of mine, friends who are guys, and we talk about women and how they operate. And I'm not talking about the women of yesteryear or my mother's generation. We're talking about these younger generation. We're talking about Generation X, probably not as much Generation X, but the younger ones in that, but some of Generation X. By the way, Generation X on down to the millennials or whatever, you guys need to get your act together. We're raising your freaking kids. Make them clean the damn rooms, damn it. It's supposed to have discipline. Instead of having toys all over the freaking place like a freaking pig. Unbelievable. And that's why they're unruly, these kids these days. Because they have no structure. But that's just a side note. He's going to talk about that women, girls, whatever you want to say it, nowadays, they don't care about you. And it is true. I'm not speaking of my mother's generation, people like that. They're loyal. They were very loyal to their husbands and vice versa, all right? But the loyalty has, for the most part, fallen by the wayside. And now it's just like, what's in it for me? I want to know. That country song, what's in it for me? Yeah, that's where we're at in all this. What's in it for me? That's what they want. Because the first thing out of their mouth, they don't even know you. They're like, so, what do you do? What do you mean, what do I do? I do a lot. Oh, you mean this is a freaking job interview, right? That's what it is with them. It's a job interview. They want to see what's in it for them. What can you give? What have you done for me, or what could you do for me lately, right? And if you don't make enough money, if it just doesn't massage her ears, she doesn't hear the cha-ching loud enough. That's it. It's game over, because they really don't care. They want, and you're going to hear him say this, and I believe it. I believe it. I really do, because I've seen it. I've seen it way too often. They're always working on the next best thing. That's why you see Shakalaka. I'm still going stag to the party, because it's going to take a lot, and to get my trust and all that. And you have to really. And he brings up a good point. He says that men, us guys, we check the chick out and see if she's based on looks. And yes, that is true. However, if you're a genuine person, which I am, and there's not many guys out there like this, because they like to stick their wick in anything, hit it and quit it, so to speak. I'm not like that, Shakalaka, but there are good guys out there like Shakalaka. I'm just using myself as an example. I could be attracted to you at first, and we could hit it off, right? But I have to also discover what kind of person you are. Because it ain't going to just go on your looks. Because if you're a POS and you look pretty, but you turn out to be a POS, well, suddenly those looks ain't looking so hot. You see what I'm saying? At any rate. Let's take a look at this, all right? But yeah, that's all they do. They base it on, how much of a thrill they get out of a relationship. What, they want bells and whistles. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. Take a look. I don't understand.
She doesn't care about you. She cares about what you can do for her.
Revolving doors.
I've told you guys this a number of times. Women don't actually care about us.
Adjust your volume if necessary, all right?
They care about what we can do for them. Okay? The emotions we can make them feel. The lifestyle that we can show them. The value that we can bring into their lives. Really, at the end of the day, that's what they care about. They don't necessarily care about us as men, as people, right? And many times they don't necessarily care about us as men, as people, right? And many times they don't even see us as people. They see us as objects, right?
Did you hear that? You're seeing guys as an object. You're not even a person to them. Now, ladies, if you're watching this, is this true? Is this true? Because it appears from our angle, it appears very true. I mean, you don't even get to know the person, and you're asking what's in it for you, basically. Well, what do you do? How much money you make? Right off the bat. Right off the bat, all the freaking time. You're not a person, and they don't give a shit about you as a person. That's basically what he's saying. Now, correct us if we're wrong, ladies out there. Am I being shadow banned? Did you check in and check out as you normally do? Attention span of a goldfish? Check this out.
To say it, but women don't really see us as people. You know, a lot of times they just see us as objects. They see us as vehicles for where we can transcend their lives, where we can transcend their emotional state. You know, and this is, in a way, what's allowed me to become a very, very successful pickup artist. I'm one of the best in the world because I understand this. I've accepted it. I don't hold this against women. I don't hate them for it. I just accept them for their...
Well, see, to me, that's unacceptable. Why would I want to get and try to get in a relationship with anyone that doesn't see me as a person or human being? It's just like an object that basically, I don't know, provides value of some sort, materialistic, I'm assuming. I don't get it. You're not seen as a human being by these by women? Are you kidding me? I mean, when you look at how they act like they're it in the bag of chips. They're always taking selfies, especially these teenagers in 20-something, 30-something. But there's a couple 40-somethings I see that are like that. They're like overgrown teenagers, constantly taking selfies. But the thing is, that means you're just a selfish person. When you're always taking a selfie, everything's about you. And that's where we're at in all this. That's why you see, you know, the broken relationships in the 20s and the single moms and stuff, and the guy's not there, the father's not there for the kid, and it's just a disaster, man. People are not objects, all right? Women don't like being objectified. They don't like being seen as objects. Why the hell do you think men would like being seen as a damn object, not
biological nature? That they don't care about me, per se. They care about what I can do for them, okay? And how I can make them feel, what I can show them, the value I can add into their lives. For me, I mean, it's just the way it is, right? I mean, you can bitch and complain and fight against it all you want, right? But that's just the way it is. It's, you know, you're not going to change women, right? And I'm not saying as men that we don't have our own little quirks. I mean, we do too, right? We're not these innocent little creatures either, right? Because when we see women initially, all we see them for is their physical attractiveness, their sexual marketplace value. We don't see...
Now, he's right about that. You see him attractive off the bat, but if you're a genuine man, genuine person, you're going to start, you know, it's not going to end just there unless you're a superficial person, just going on looks, and you're just going to, like, screw them and leave them, and that's it. That's your game. It's just get your rocks off, and that's it. Because that's a superficial person. There's a lot of guys out there like that, and that's immature. Very immature. But, you know, even if we're attracted to them, looks at first attracts us, whether or not that relationship's going to succeed in the long term depends on, you know, how well you gel together. I mean, you start peeling back the layers of the onion. Is this person on the up and up, or is this person a kook? You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? At any rate. So, for me, it's not, and this guy's out there, it's not just looks, but that's what initially hooks the guy. And then you got to find out, unwrap the present, take off the beautiful bow, see what's inside the beautiful wrapping inside the box, the Christmas gift. See what I'm saying? I mean, it might be a lump of coal in there, and you don't want that, do you? Or dookie. Or it could be the best thing you've ever had, right? So that person's shell, which means their looks, the girl, but also it counts what's inside. So, you know, that's where the guy could get really screwed over if he starts falling in love with her, and she just considers him a freaking
people
object.
Either. We just see them as objects. So I'm not dismissing men either. I'm not saying, oh yeah, we're perfect. Look at these bitches. They're so evil. You know, they're so cold and heartless. I'm saying, hey, as men and women, we all have our differences, right? As men, again, we see women for only, initially at least, we only see them for their sexual marketplace value, whereas women, they don't see us as humans. They really don't care about us, okay? They care about what we can do for them, how we can change their lives, right?
It's unbelievable, man.
A lot of guys
but it's true.
kind of have issues, you know, they kind of wrestle with this, especially guys who are in relationships, because they really...
I have a friend that was in a long-term relationship, like 5 years. For some reason, he never settles down. He'll stay in it for 5 minutes and 5 years and play house, but then it never works out. I watched this guy, or listen to this guy. He worked third shift at a certain place. I'm not going to name it because I don't want to give away too many details. And all he would do in his free time is his girlfriend demanded and pretty much had him doing chores. Build this, make this, build that. I mean, the guy was exhausted on top of it. And in the end, basically, didn't work out. But it looked like she got what she wanted out of that. Oh, yeah. I said, Jay, I gave the name. Why do you do these things? I mean, it's unbelievable, man. It's see, homie don't play that. I don't play that game.
They want to believe that their woman, their girlfriend, or their wife really loves them for who they are, the esoteric soul that they are, the fact that they could play guitar, the fact that they could rebuild a transmission, the fact that they're good at math, they're good at accounting, or...
Yeah, and you ever notice how women will always say, and this goes for even older generations, they love a man in a uniform. I said, or a sharp-dressed man. What attracted you to him? Oh, it was the way he dressed. It was the way he dressed. That's what attracted you to him? So you fall in love with wardrobe and then the person? It makes no sense. You want a man in a uniform. I knew someone I went to college with, University of West Georgia. She actually teaches now. But that's all she ever dated was guys that were in the military. It didn't matter. She was attracted to the uniform, which to me is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. I mean, what do I know? I mean, I don't get attracted to a woman because she has a pretty dress on. It's what's in the... See, the thing is, the clothes don't make me. Shakalaka makes the clothes. Better get it right. I could be in a tank top and look stellar. Alright? So, being attracted to uniforms and clothes, but this is what they're about. That tells you right there, they're not attracted to the person. They might eventually fall in love with him. I don't know. Mom was attracted to my dad because he was in part because he was in uniform, but that wasn't just it. Alright? Being attracted to clothes and then you like the person afterwards. I think that's a little bizarre.
The fact that they graduated from this school and got this degree, or the fact that they drive this kind of car. You know, I mean, I'm sitting here in my Range Rover right now, right? I'm sitting here in my Range Rover. You know, when this car was new, it's like 80, 90 grand, right? And, you know, I take girls out in this car all the time, and they're impressed by it. They're like, wow, this car feels so comfortable, and wow, you have heated seats, and like, oh, look at all these buttons, and blah, blah, blah. And it's not like she's appreciating me for that. She's appreciating the feeling that it's giving her instead, right? She's appreciating the fact that she could turn around and brag to her friends, like, hey, I dated this guy. He picked me up in a Range Rover, right? Does she care about all the hard work and the turmoil that I had to go through in order to get this car, in order to get to my business to the point where I can afford such a car? No, she doesn't care about all that. Does she care about the fact that there was a point where I had to sleep in my car in order to build my business so I could get this car? No, she doesn't care about that. All she cares...
Alright, look, I'm not going to play the whole thing and stop and comment, because just watch this, it makes my blood boil, because what he's saying is the truth. They just don't care, folks, guys. They don't care about you. They might say they do, but they don't. Now, if you find one that sticks with you through thick and thin, you know, you had a lot of loot, and that's what attracted her to you, you know, and suddenly now you're in the broke house. If she still sticks with you, then that girl loves you. All right, but that's rare these days. It's more rare than it used to be. It used to be that loyalty was everything. You know, my mother's generation, the previous ones before that, they even through the depression they stuck together families. You don't see stuff like that anymore. And if you haven't experienced that and have one that has stuck by you through thick and thin, a woman, then you gotta keep her. You really do. But that's hard to come by. 9 out of 10 times, or a pretty high number out of 10 times, they're on the social media, silent messages, silent speaking with their text messages and instant messages, working on and liking other guys, working on the next best thing. And he brings up a good point. You're dating this girl, right? She was gonna say she's gonna call you 8 o'clock a certain night, and never does. And then she goes, "Oh, I was tired. I was out with my bestie, and I forgot." Well, if she forgets to call you, she must not really be interested in you. Chances are she was cheating on you. All right? Because that's what they do. I'm not saying guys don't do that. Of course they do. But I'm not going to speak on. This is about a guy's perspective towards women. All right? And from what I've seen, it ain't good overall. Now, a lot of people in my Generation X, they're still married. Quite a few. You know, not everyone, but quite a few are still with the same high school sweetheart, which is phenomenal. It really is. Or still with the same first marriage, which is phenomenal these days, because that's really hard to come by. The way people are disloyal, because we are in the second Timothy tree generation. There's no doubt about it. This is a selfish generation, unlike in modern times, unlike any other. All right, so that's why you call them a selfie, because you're selfish. So all you're doing is taking selfies for likes. It's unbelievable. And you see these girls, they're in their 20s, they're in their 30s, in and out of relationships constantly, man. Constantly. Never settle down, never pin one down. And Matt has it right. And you're in your 20s and you're dating, you find a good one, you better keep it. Because you're going to wake up in your 30s and you're going to finally realize that you need to settle down, the time's running out of you, I don't know, cranking out more babies. And you're going to want to find a stable guy, an alpha beta, and that alpha beta, chances are, is not going to be around for you. Because you already blew your wad, so to speak, when you're in your 20s and your prime. That's what M says. I agree with that. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. It's unbelievable. This is a controversial topic. All right? But click the link and check out the rest of it. Let's see. There's another... another 13 minutes. And if at this pace, if I were to stop every 30 seconds to comment, I'd be here all night. Matt is spot on from 33 Secrets. You might not like it, you might hate on him, but sometimes the truth always hurts. All right? Especially when you don't like it. All right? So click the link from Matt from 33 Secrets and delve within. Especially if you're a guy, you might want to find out what more he has to say. But ladies, before you press that delete button, because that's what you're all good for, because you can't handle the damn truth, and not just ladies, people in general can't handle the truth these days. It's the weak as water generation. They always want, I'm going to delete you, I'm going to delete him, I don't like what he said. If you disagree with this, if you disagree with me, Matt, and my friend Jay, and a bunch of other people, that are guys that I've talked to throughout the time, in my life, I'm 49 years old, almost half a century, yeah. All right, if you disagree with it, you feel free to leave a comment below. All right, don't do immature things like delete over this, because that's retarded. This is why we are where we are. This is a prime example of why, it proves what he's saying, that they're just you're an object, you're not a person. That's why they delete you. And if you're really friends on here, and if you got to do what you got to do, that just shows how immature you are. But I'm just saying. Just listen to what he's saying, and if you disagree, feel free to comment. That's all. That's all you gotta do, and then moveon.com. How hard is it? Click the link or don't. Whatever. The facts are facts. And M's spot on. 33 Secrets. You got it. He's got you pegged.